My name is Timothy DeLeo and I'm with usingwindowshomeserver.com. Microsoft has just released a public preview of the next generation Windows Home Server, codenamed VAIL. Trust me when I say that everyone in the Windows Home Server community is excited about this new release. In this video, I will show you how I prepare my existing test Windows Home Server for the VAIL beta installation and how simple the software is to install. What's new? Remote access is enhanced, media support, backups, drive extender technology, and a new desktop dashboard and launchpad that actually replaces the Windows Home Server console. How do you get started? It's very simple. If you're going to try VAIL, it should be installed in a test server or on a secondary computer. Remember that VAIL is a beta program and should not be used in a production environment. Again, this build is for evaluation purposes only. If you don't have your own Windows Home Server, this is the excellent time to build one. If you have an old desktop computer lying around, as long as it meets the minimum requirements, you can make your own VAIL beta Windows Home Server. With beta testing, this is your chance to influence how the next version of Windows Home Server will look and feel. What are the minimum requirements? First of all, the Windows Home Server codename VAIL is 64-bit, which means you have to have a 64-bit instruction set capable CPU of running this. It must be 1.4 gigahertz or better, 1 gigabyte of RAM or more, and you must have at least one drive that's 160 gigabytes or bigger. Check with the notes in this article for the requirements. In addition, NTFS is the only file system that's supported. It must be connected to a router via a network cable, which means no laptops. Also for VAIL, it works best with universal plug-and-play routers. You can do it the other way, but it's a little more difficult. It's not required, but you'd prefer to have a universal plug-and-play router. You can install the server software manually, or you can do what we call headless or unattended. The unattended installation means that you don't have the ability to connect a keyboard, video, and mouse to your home server. Any of you that are going to be using the HP MediaSmart servers for your VAIL testing, that would be that type. So you have to actually run a separate file, which I'll talk about in a minute. In this video, we assume that you have a keyboard, video, and mouse. I have my video going. I have my keyboard and my mouse. My server is actually a couple years old. It's a Dell PowerEdge 440. Bought it for a couple $100. Dual core Intel chip. I got a 500 gigabyte hard drive and 4 gigs of RAM. So it's pretty easy for a VAIL build. Remember, you should only install the VAIL beta software on a test box. You should not use it for a production environment. Also, if you're going to be doing that headless installation that I talked about before, you're going to need what's called an answer file. The answer file is available on page 9 of the VAIL beta release notes. It'll show you how to create it and what code you need to write into that answer file. Remember, have fun and become a part of the Windows Home Server community. It is a great community with a bunch of great people. Check back frequently with usingwindowshomeserver.com for the latest information on VAIL, the existing Windows Home Server, and other products for the connected digital home. See you soon.
Okay, I'm getting ready to restart my Windows Home Server. I'm going to shut down and restart. Now with my Dell, I'm going to hit F11 during the restart process so I can boot from the USB drive. You may be also booting from a DVD drive, so it's up to you on how you want to do this, either USB or DVD. Windows will shut down, restart, and again, you're going to boot from either your DVD or your USB drive. For me, I'm going to boot from my USB device. So I'm going to use my arrow key and click on USB device. Hit the enter key to select the highlighted area. And then Windows Home Server VAIL will load. Okay, now that Windows Home Server codename VAIL has loaded from the USB, we're going to choose New Installation. Use my mouse and I click once on New Installation, and it will now start the process of installing Windows Home Server. You can see here that I have two disks. I have my primary, which is my 500 gigabyte, and I had a small secondary which came with it. I'm going to click on the primary, click on that I understand, and click on Install. Windows Home Server VAIL will now copy all of the files that it needs, expand those files, and start with the installation. Okay, country or region, United States, time and currency English, keyboard layout US, click on Next. I accept the license terms, click on Next. Now there is no product key, so you can click on Next. It's important that you do not use a name for your server that you already have, so you want to have a unique name. So I'm going to type in VAIL server for mine. I typed in my password and I'll click on Next. Use the recommended settings. And now we'll prepare my server for installation and updates. Our Windows Home Server codename VAIL is now ready to use. In our next video, we will show you how to install the Windows Home Server connector and set up your Windows Home Server beta VAIL for the first time.